Good morning. It is actually midnight, and the most beautiful thing about having a 24-hour studio is these hours, which as a teenager I always felt the most productive. These sort of late night sessions when I wanted to draw, write. What did Ted Hughes call it? The sort of thought fox, or the midnight moments forest. I think I'm getting that right. And just, yeah, this is introvert night. There's no fucking obnoxious trance music that's blasting my head or making the windows shattered or institutionalizedly endorsed extrovert supremacist culture. It's me, silence, the beautiful night, and this is just a journey to self. It's just a lovely moment. I had a sort of depressive affect, so what happened is, I mean, it took me like 9 hours to just make a cup of tea and get out of bed. I experienced a sense of slowness in terms of time, like it's like 5 minutes and 9 hours just sort of collapse into one. I don't know if you've experienced this sort of depressive affect, and sometimes that's just what you need. The people like knocking on my door, which ended up being the director because people get concerned about me. But I thought it was one of the people just sort of, because people just don't get you're not in this sort of place, or to like sometimes too much social stimulation or sensory processing is just not the same. Just people don't get that. Like one of the things that made me feel suicidal was I thought there's something deeply wrong with me. And you'd often feel this with like my autistic spectrum friends who are like my allies in the neurodiversity movement. Like, there is nothing wrong with you. What it is you have different modes of sensory processing, and sometimes it can be like sensory overload. And the reason many people get drunk is to just numb their own senses. I've been having this wonderful dialogue with the wonderful British artist Hannah Dawn Henderson, who's probably my closest friend in the Netherlands for lots of reasons, and the person who influenced me to move here. We're just really thinking quite deeply about what it means to be competent, why we hate art, world, rave, parties. There's something so valuable about a dialogue where so many people can open up into areas of empathy. And it's a lack of empathy of them lot, the fucking extrovert supremacist hedonists, who imagine that their way of being and their way of having a good time is like the way everyone thinks. It's as offensive to me as if you're like a vegetarian and someone's just throwing meat at your fucking window. It's like, fuck. It's as offensive as like assuming everybody's heterosexual. It's as offensive as, like some people can only eat bland food because it upsets their stomach. I don't know if you can regard that as like a stomach competency or like a social skill, but fucking hell. But this, I don't even know if there's anyone in this entire building, but like one of the most beautiful things about this residency is 24-hour access studios. And this can be the most productive moment of the night. This can be my journey into my soul. This can be profundity. This can be lovely, beautiful silence. This fucking shit trance music. I think actually one of the they played Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit." Played it really, really, really loud. I'd like to imagine that one of the what they call introvert allies on who've sort of gone to the other side played that really loud. Thinking, oh, poor pitiful Hamza sitting alone in his studio, listening to Al Ghazali Islamic lectures. Oh God. Oh wow. Let's do something out of pity for him. Oh. You get this from extroverts, like this sort of pity where like you're quite happy sitting alone because it's beautiful, it's this energizing quiet, it's magic. It's not a state to be pitied at all. It's what I aspired to be in. It's just like, anyway, this is going to be a beautiful midnight moment, and these early hours of the morning, I've got nothing to wake up for. I'm only here to be creatively productive, and that's it. I'm not here to go to a fucking like loud mouth rave party. Like, I'm not a fucking first year university student in Freshers Week. I'm a man in my 30s. Something about people over the age of 35 dancing, which is just embarrassing. I don't know how I feel about Iggy Pop too. Like, there's something about him which is sort of like metacritical and intellectual, but like, I mean, fuck, look at that. Like, I don't know, it's like every music icon I love, Kurt Cobain, that riff of I Want to Be Your Dog runs through the entire strain of music. But then I feel like, is he allied with these people, places, parties people, or is he allied with the introverts? It's really interesting because if you actually listen to his first early biographies, it says he was really shy and introverted. It's really like shyness and like this guy is just not the first thing you see. But the early biographies, which have all gone out of print, is Iggy was shy, Iggy was shy. I was very shy. I always think he was oppressed by extrovert supremacy, and that's why he had to become a drug addict. I actually thought that when I looked at like Miley Cyrus, like these people are just oppressed by extrovert supremacy. I think even extrovert supremacy oppresses extroverts. That's why Amy Winehouse had to die, right? Like the patriarchy oppresses men, some people say. Does white supremacy oppress white people? Um, but yeah, this silence feels so beautiful compared to yesterday. I guess it's silent most of the time. Like there's this Korean horror film that I was showing, and it was like, fuck. I was really like my friend who's officially diagnosed with dyspraxia and autism, the wonderful Hannah Dawn Henderson, who we'll meet in a vlog one day. She just says like there's this problem with like you see it with Greta Thunberg about making eye contact. But for some people, making eye contact is like having a hand on your face. And would you have a hand on your face when you talk to someone? Like when Greta Thunberg went onto this daytime chat show, Trevor Noah, she didn't make eye contact for the entire set. I mean, that was a beautiful piece of reinventing the mainstream. That's why I love Greta Thunberg. Like, she's the only icon we've had. Best person in mainstream since, like, Lisa Simpson. The other thing is, I noticed, because I had this same experience in South Korea, which is why I read Show Radicals, this sort of art world extrovert supremacy, was like, a lot of the people who do that shit actually don't enjoy it. So the best friends I made in South Korea, like my Chinese friend Bolang, he was like, I don't actually enjoy karaoke, I just sort of go along with it. In fact, a lot of people don't enjoy clubbing. A lot of people just like, it's the act of having to be seen. You know, if they enjoyed it so much, would you get so many Instagram pictures of this shit? It's all like a image or an anecdote. Like actually getting drunk isn't even that great. Like feeling nauseous. Anyway, I'm never going to sell out. I'm never going to conform. I'm here to overthrow extrovert supremacy. I'm here to transform all institutions so that they give parity, equality, and recognition and dignity to us as neurodivergent people, and to us as introverts, and to us as depressives, and to everyone who's felt alienated, humiliated, and made to feel out of place. This world is your place. The world is our corner. Shy power.